Hello, I'm Charles Moffat, and it's book unboxing time again. Guess what? It's December, which means this is a Christmas present. It's not actually for me. So, and also it's December, which means November is over, and which means NaNoWriMo, also known as National Novel Writing Month, is over. And you may have noticed there hasn't been any videos lately. That's because I've been busy writing a novel. Well, actually, a novella, a novel, and I started working on another novel. So, yeah, that's what happened. So, what do I have here? Well, it is a book that I've already read and seen movies of. It is Moby Dick by Herman Melville. Now, this is actually an amazing book. It's so good. It's oh my god, this book is good. But it's also a very unusual book, and I'm going to show you why. You see that right there, where it says like chapter 28, and it's only partway through the novel, through the book? It's because a lot of these chapters are actually quite short. They're like a page and a half long. Some of them are a bit longer. Some of them are very short. There's a lot of chapters. And it's kind of a case of like where each chapter is kind of like one scene. Yeah, and there's just a lot of them. There's a lot of chapters in this book. Now, that doesn't mean that it's bad, however. It's actually really good. It's a really good book. It is very well written. It makes total sense that this is a classic. There is some issues with the wording in terms of when this was actually written. So there are things that people wouldn't say today in terms of how it's like choice of wording and how they actually say such things. But yeah, it's still a classic in many respects, and an amazingly multicultural book for its time. It is very different, that's for sure. It's and influential in many different ways. That this book influenced other, things like Jaws. It influenced the, a very popular coffee chain, Starbucks. Many other things for that matter. But it's not to be understated that this is a very popular book. So who did I buy this for? Well, I bought this for my dad, who has recently got into reading more and his, taking reading more seriously. He's not habitually a reader, but as he's been getting older, he's decided that he wants to read a lot more. And I decided that if you're going to read something good, let's get you something that's a classic. And I chose Moby Dick because it's one of my favorite things that I've read, but it's also one of the favorite things that I've also seen as movie versions. There's a variety of different movies, variations of Moby Dick, including one where they replaced the whales with dragons, and that's, so it's like a fantasy version of Moby Dick. I really enjoyed that movie. But it's all good. Definitely a book worth reading if you're into reading the classics. And it's amazingly well written, and the amount of research that this poor author did, just writing it and all this other stuff just to make it more realistic, and it's just mind blowing. Reading this makes me, like reading books like this makes me a better writer. Okay, to me, when I was reading this, it was like research. I was learning how to be a better writer. And I appreciate that. Some of the parts in this book is actually amazingly poetic. But yeah, such a good book. And, in my opinion, a good gift for somebody for Christmas. So definitely an option. Now, so that was for my dad. What am I giving my mother? Well, my mother actually asked for a specific book. It's right over here. Let me just reach over and grab it. And knock things off the table while I do so. So what did my mother ask for? Yeah, okay. That's her thing. I would never read a book like this. So I'm just not into political thrillers or whatever this book supposed to be exactly. I'm not exactly sure. Like it's I'm just not into political thrillers. So yeah. Hillary Clinton lost the election to Trump. No comment. Yeah. So instead now she's like, hey, I'm gonna write books and I'm gonna co-write them with another author. Okay. Yeah, sure, why not? So there you go. 2 Christmas presents right there. Not the book I would have picked to buy my mother. Yeah, I would have picked a different book. Let's just say that. Um, Happy holidays. Talk to you later. Bye bye.